doing great. Thanks for having me.
I appreciate you coming in. Let's talk about the solar eclipse, because we've been trying to stress this, at least in the last couple of weeks, because we've been hearing about there are people that are getting scammed with improper eyewear and things like that, because there are really dangers when viewing this eclipse, and it doesn't come around all that often. Without proper eye protection, what should we be looking for? What, as a doctor that looks at eyes all the time, what should we be looking at in terms of this proper eye protection for the eclipse?
Yeah, exactly, David. Unfortunately, the damage can happen quite quickly, 30 seconds to a minute.
Wow.
And that's, the eclipse only lasts a couple minutes, so if you sit there and look at it the whole time without being protected, something unfortunate will likely happen. The eye protection actually doesn't need to be too fancy. There's an organization, ISO is the organization. They're kind of responsible for making sure that a lot of safety eyewear is up to par, and they're responsible particularly for solar viewing, sun gazing eyewear, filters for telescopes, cameras, those types of things. So if you get online, that's what you're looking for. You want something to be ISO certified. The University of Wyoming has some filters that you can find through one of their websites. We have a bundle down at our office on 5th Street, and obviously we've made sure that, and the University of Wyoming has made sure that the filters are up to par. But that's what you're looking for, ISO certified.
ISO certified, so keep that in mind, ISO certified, ladies and gentlemen, because regular sunglasses will not protect you, which I think is a little bit of a myth out there right now that we want to dispel.
Yeah, exactly, and it's not, we don't get more UV radiation just because there's an eclipse going on. It's just the fact that now we're looking, boom, directly at the sun for an extended period of time. And you're right, the regular sunglasses, even the ones that you think are really, really dark, they do not filter out all of the UV radiation when you're directly viewing it. Okay, so that's what we're finding. These filters that are ISO certified will do that for us, and will keep our eyes safe, and we can view this really rare, pretty neat thing safely without any harm. Absolutely.
So what's different about these ISO certified glasses versus like just a regular pair of common sunglasses?
What you'll notice is just in general that they're darker. When you put them on, they're pretty darn black, and until you look up at the sun, it's hard to see a lot through them. But they're made to filter out more UV light than what a regular pair of sunglasses is made to do.
Okay, all right. We're visiting with Dr. Nik Tolman from Albany Eye Care, and again, you need special glasses to view the solar eclipse. It's just 20 days away, and you want to block out the harmful UV light, because I learned at a very young age, don't stare at the sun, for goodness sakes. But as kids, you always try and do something like that. You get dared by your friends or whatnot, but it is very damaging, no matter if it's with your plain eyes or sunglasses on.
You're right. Like we said earlier, it only takes 30 seconds, a minute, and without the proper protection, that direct UV exposure actually damages the photoreceptors right in our central vision area called the macula. And we'll end up with decreased vision, sometimes a blur spot, and sometimes the vision doesn't come back. So it's certainly worth finding these ISO certified solar eclipse viewing filters or glasses, finding them and using them.
You alluded to it a little bit, but just how severe can this get? I mean, what type of vision problems, what type of symptoms should we look for if somebody does happen to have some eye issues around this period of time here?
Most likely what's going to happen is you're going to have a very central just kind of blur spot about the size of a quarter or so. So when you're looking at someone's face, for example, if you're looking right at their nose is going to be blurry, but their eyes is going to be perfectly clear. So that's the type of damage that we're looking at. And like I said, sometimes the eye can kind of self-heal, kind of depends on what type of how much damage occurred. But oftentimes people are stuck with this kind of permanent blur spot right in the central of their vision. People can also become very light sensitive. That usually will go away after a week or so, but if the damage was severe enough, that central blur, that decrease in vision, can sometimes be permanent.
we're not quite on the direct path. You know, places more like Jackson and Riverton and Casper and down through Converse County and Goshen County out towards Torrington. They're more on the direct path line. When we're a little south of it, does that have an effect on whether we should or shouldn't have these glasses?
Yeah, great point. Actually, yes. If you're in a partial viewing area, which we will be, and a good one from my understanding, we're actually probably more susceptible because we think, hey, we're getting a really good look at it, we're safe. But really the only people who are perfectly safe, and I still don't recommend that they do this, but that are perfectly safe to not do it without the filters, is those that are going to see it in its totality. So anybody that's off, of course, just a little bit, is going to get a little more UV light, a little more UV radiation than those who are under it completely.
Curious as to, obviously, this is a little bit different than a lunar eclipse. So when you see the moon pass, why is that not as damaging versus maybe a solar eclipse?
Oh man, that's a good question, and I don't know if I know that directly.
Mm-hmm.
Other than just that, I think what happens here is it's kind of a misleading thing because the moon is going to go over the sun, and it's going to get dark, and you're going to not see as much sun as obviously you do on a typical day.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to think, hey, I'm safe to look at this without anything. But a surprising amount of UV light is still going to be peeking through kind of the edges.
Okay.
And that UV light is what's going to could potentially hurt us.
All right, so again, it's ISO certified glasses, and even though we're on a little bit of the southern fringe, it doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. It's the bottom line. You need to have proper eye protection. So unless you're just going to kind of stay indoors and just block this out and just kind of ignore it altogether, you want to get some proper protection. You mentioned you guys have some glasses, the university. There's a lot of people out there doing campaigns. How do we go about not getting scammed, so to speak, or maybe making sure that we do? Is there anything else besides the ISO certified?
No, that's really what you want to find. If someone's going to be selling a good pair of filters, their stamp will be on it.
Okay.
And then certainly just think of your the quality of the place that you're getting the filters from. If you're getting them from the University of Wyoming, they've been done correctly. If you're getting them through some sort of city organization, like for example, I know the city of Rawlins is giving out a big bundle of them. They're having a city viewing party over at their high school. They've had the proper research to get this done right. So I just say, be cautious about where you're getting them from. If you're going to be coming into our office or any of the other clinics here in town, we're obviously going to have the right protection. And so just be cautious of where you're getting them from.
Any other tips when it comes to your eyes, and especially around a rare event like this? This is, by the way, which is coming up, 11:30 is about the time?
Yeah, that's
okay,
my understanding.
About 11:30 Mountain Time, at least around here anyways. As this passes over, kind of dissects the state northwest to southeast, which obviously pretty cool, and I think a lot of people are hoping that we get a day like we have today where it's bright sunny skies and we don't have a lot of clouds in the area. But will clouds factor in at all, even if there are a few around?
The damage can still occur even if it's a little cloudy, and that's just like on a regular day. If the sun is covered up and you think, hey, I'm going to be okay, I don't need my sunblock for my skin, we're usually surprised by that. So same thing, even if the clouds are over it a little bit and you're still trying to get a view, you're still going to want those filters on and just make sure you're completely protected. Okay. On another note, you'd mentioned a tip. The same goes if you're viewing this through a telescope. If you're viewing this through certain things like that, there are specially made filters to make sure that your eyes don't get damaged through the optics of the telescope or through your viewing device. So
you got to, so if you're going to do something like that, you need to make sure the telescope has the right filter.
Yeah, exactly, correct.
Yeah, I don't know if you probably couldn't look through the glasses through the telescope.
Right.
That would be a little too dark, I would imagine. I don't know how much people are seeing. So, but anything else out there that we need to kind of know about when taking care of the eyes? Obviously, something that I think we maybe take for granted on a day-to-day basis, and taking care of what is so natural for us to just kind of see everything that's going on in our world day to day.
Yeah. one of the best things that people can have is just a good pair of sunglasses. We probably don't wear sunglasses enough. We talked about getting sunburnt just a few seconds ago, and you know, on a day-to-day basis, being outside, sunglasses will protect our eyes from harmful UV damage, but apart from that, just it keeps gunk out of them, dirt out of them, wind out of them. I mean, almost on a daily basis, I'm taking something out of somebody's eye, and a good chunk of that could probably be avoided if they'd had sunglasses on or regular glasses on. So that's a huge recommendation that probably don't say enough in my clinic, and should probably say it more. People just need to be wearing sunglasses.
Well, and gone are the days where sunglasses were only for the summertime. I mean, I'll be honest with you folks, I wear sunglasses all the time, year round. If I'm going outside, doesn't matter if it's the heart of winter, sometimes it just filters light a lot better. I mean, because it's come a long way in the advancements of sunglass technology, basically, if that's a phrase.
Yeah, no, definitely it has. And it's come a long way in just availability of getting them. You know, there used to be a day where you used to only think Oakley's and Maui Jims were great sunglasses, but now there's a lot of great companies out there. They're very available to people, whether you need it to see really crisp and sharp with a prescription or whether you don't. It's just a smart thing to have. Protect your eyes, keep them safe from outdoor exposure.
All right, now if you want a pair of these glasses, again, there are various places in town that you can get them, including Albany Eye Care. Do you guys have tips on your website, albanyeyeCare.net?
Yes, we do. We have it on our website. We have it on our Facebook page, Albany Eye Care. We've got some stuff up talking about where people can get these. If they're just hearing a tidbit of this and need to find out more info, please come online or on Facebook and learn a little more about it.
Well, I appreciate you coming in, and hopefully we get people that are getting these glasses so that they're not hurting their eyes. I know that adds to your business, but we'd rather have less business in this regard, folks. So take care of your eyes for this eclipse just 20 days away. Dr. Tolman, thanks for coming in this morning.
Thank you so much, David.